Hello, everyone. My name is Zakia Ringgold of Live Soap School, as well as Natural Soap by Zakia. And on today's DIY broadcast, we are talking all about hibiscus tea. So, in case you don't know, Baraka now offers hibiscus petals as well as dried hibiscus. And we have got a box. What's in our Baraka box is what we like to say. Spoiler alert, I know what's in there because I ripped it open before doing the broadcast. So I kind of know what's there, but it's nothing like you all getting a chance to see it. And then what we're going to do is just show you a few ways that you can make your own herbal tea. The beauty of herbal tea is many of them can be served hot or cold. And as you can see here, I have a couple of kettles, but then I also have this travel mug that I love to use because, especially when I'm out and about, this really allows me to have my beverage of choice. And I do like herbal teas, particularly in the fall and the winter, for all of their properties. So we're going to take you to the soap cam. Today is going to be the herbal cam so that you can see how we go about unboxing, what's in our box, and then some tips for making your own herbal tea at home. All right, so let me go ahead and flip this camera. Wait, before I do, if you are watching for the very first time, please be sure to let us know in the comments where you're watching from. And if you are an herbal tea drinker, what kind of herbal teas do you like to drink? And if you've been here before, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I will try and see if I can see your comments throughout this. Sometimes they don't come up, but if I don't see them, I'll come back and respond to them afterwards. We do have a recipe. What would this DIY be without a recipe? So the recipe will be in the description, and then I'll also talk about them throughout it. But this is one of the most simple things that anybody can make at home. All right, so let's switch you guys to the herbal cam, shall we? Yes, we shall. All right, so right here, what we have is our infamous Baraka box. I've already taken my address off. Privacy is essential in this internet world. And so when we go to open the box, of course it is packed extremely well because, you know, postal workers and everybody is very busy right now. And so they do want it to come to us unscathed. So inside what we have is the hibiscus powder. We have two of these. It says premium, upside down. You guys can't see that correctly. And I'm going to read one this way because I can't read upside down. It says premium product sustainably produced and handcrafted by proud, empowered women in Ghana. Pure, fair trade, unrefined, community sourced, and what do we love most? Handcrafted. So I've never used hibiscus powder before, and I never even considered making my own hibiscus powder, but you could do it. But you don't have to because it's already here. So we have the hibiscus powder, and then we also have the hibiscus petals right here. And I don't know, I hope the color comes up for you all pretty well in here. But here is what the hibiscus petals look like. Now, hibiscus, particularly for herbal tea drinkers, is packed with antioxidants, which makes it incredible for preventing any free radicals, and that's what kind of causes disease and all that other stuff. But that is what the antioxidant properties are. I do encourage everyone to do research on any herbs that you are considering, just so you know if they have any contraindications for if you're taking medicine or anything like that. This is not medical advice, but if you're somebody who absolutely positively loves herbal tea, why not make your own? And you know that it's super duper fresh. And there's other things that we will get into in future broadcasts on how you can use this hibiscus petals as well as the powder. So I'm having this side down so you all can see it. So I'm going to flip the camera one more time here so that you can see what we have on the counter. So on this counter, we have two things. One is, well, we have more than two things. Let's learn how to count, Zakia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's more than two. Of course, because we are in our soap studio, we don't have a stove, so we do have this portable one here. I am going to turn this on. We have water in here, but this also has an infuser in here. So I'll be able to put the herb petals right in here to brew my own herbal tea. Some of you may not have that. You may just have a regular tea kettle, which is absolutely fine. And I'll show you what you'll do in that instance. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and turn this one on, give it a little bit of power. Let's see, turn it off first. Give her some power and then turn it on. So if you have a tea kettle at home, you're just putting your tea kettle on the pot and filling it with water. Additionally, maybe you want to make your own tea bags. You can do that as well. So hopefully I can get the hibiscus open here. The easiest way to make your own hibiscus tea is to make your own tea bag. So we're going to start there. And I'm going to flip you guys one more time. So while our water is coming to a boil, I'm going to flip you back here. So we've opened up the petals here. Get yourself some either reusable or disposable tea bags. This is a disposable one. And then you're just going to scoop out the hibiscus that you want. Now, if you have additional herbs, one herb that I absolutely love adding are dried orange peels. You can also add lemon powder. You want to try and add a berry if you can to it, just to change the flavor up. Hibiscus does have kind of a tart flavor to it, so it's a little bit sour, almost similar to cranberries. But we're just going with the hibiscus here. So you fill the tea bag to your desired level. I just kind of fill it like that. And then what you do is you just cinch it closed. Once your water comes to a boil, the same way that you would do a regular tea bag, you do it with the herbs. And the benefit of putting it in a disposable tea bag in particular is you don't have to worry about straining out the herbs. You can absolutely eat the herbs. Everything about the herb is edible. It's just that sometimes you just want a nice calming tea. So I'm going to just fill one more, because everything that I make on my broadcast, going forward, my mom will be getting a sample as well. So to ensure that she gets hers, I'll just make it while we are live for sure. And I'm just going down, scooping it in. And there we go. So just like that, cinch close, will ya? So just like that, you've made yourself your own hibiscus tea bags. However, sometimes you want to infuse your tea. Now, infusing the tea means that as the water is boiling, the herbs are actually boiling with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, when I showed you a moment ago, this is the strainer that you can't see. So let me flip you. So this is the strainer that is inside this pot. Now, the beauty of this is there are several, I don't know how to call them, dots in there that will allow the water to go through and get those properties of the hibiscus into the water. And then you also get to watch your tea come to life, like literally. Hibiscus creates a really pretty red inside of the tea. And I have to catch myself because every few minutes I feel like I want to say soap. This isn't soap today, Zakia. This isn't soap. So who do we have here? I'm so sorry. I am kind of paying attention here to the herb. And so I want to make sure, and I'm going to just use my hands because you may not have this little tool and it's kind of causing a little more work. I'm going to fill that pretty much all the way. And depending on how many people you're serving for the tea, particularly for your tea kettle, if I have all of this water in here, I do want to fill this. If it's just me, I would typically do half of the teapot with the water there. So we filled it, and I'll flip you so you can see inside to see. So we filled it here with the hibiscus petals. From there, I'm going to go ahead and just put it right back into the water and put our lid on it. It's very important, especially when you are making herbal tea, to make sure that you have the lid on it so that all of those essential oils that try to escape with the water that's steaming remain in the tea. So whatever pot you use, make sure that you put a lid on it, and you can already see that that beautiful red from the hibiscus is starting to seep into the teapot. We also have our tea kettle going here. So again, if you don't have an infuser, you can absolutely positively just boil yourself some water and use your tea bags that you've made and put that into the water. However, of course, we've got more fancy tools for all of our tea. This is, I like to call it a dual herb travel mug. And what this does is on one side, it unscrews where you can put the herbs. Now for this, I am going to do some of the, I keep on moving this and not being able to find it. Let me bring you back so you can see it. I'm going to fill the bottom here. So you may be saying, okay, Zakia, if I don't have that, what exactly is the recipe? So you could do 3 tablespoons of the hibiscus. And then to that 3 tablespoons, you would add 2 cups of boiling water. That's all it takes. I am going to put just a pinch of this hibiscus powder in there. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is finely grained, or I don't know if grain is the right word. Oh, but you're missing the beautiful color that's coming on here. Let's see. Can you guys see it? Well, it's very red on my side. It looks a little white on or see-through on your side, but it is a beautiful, beautiful red. All right, so let's grab just a little bit of the powder. And then I'm also going to add some dried orange peels here. That's just going to give me more of the, not necessarily the fruit, but just give me a little bit of a different flavor in there. You could add ginger. If you have some berries, you can put that in there as well, because the berries would do really well with the sweet and the sour mixing together. And then you just kind of make sure that this is full on one side. And then we screw it on the other side. Can you guys see that? Yeah. So we have our herbs on one side. There is a filter in there that is, I don't know if you can see that either. So there's a little mesh filter right in there. So that's going to prevent the herbs from going to the other side. And now we're going to take our boiling hot water and we're going to pour that into this side. This is about 2 cups of water going in there. And now what I'll do is I'll flip you guys after we get our lid on so you can see the magic here. Now we are going to get some of those petals dripping down there, or the powdered version. And so what we do with this is we turn it upside down, and then it is going to start to infuse those herbs at the bottom. Now, I'm a little bit confused because I'm seeing completely transparent on this side, but that is not what is happening in real life. So it's like doing a whole different kind of thing. Let's see, I'll pull this up. Now it's coming through. I don't know what that was. Like the whole thing was a completely different shade. So now what we do with our other one is we simply flip that. Now, you generally would allow it to infuse for about 10 minutes. So if you're pouring it into a cup with your tea bag, you would put your tea bag into the cup, and then you would pour your water in, put a little lid on it so that all of those qualities of the herbs are able to infuse into the water. I'm going to flip this again to give it another chance to infuse a little bit more. So while that's flipped, that's going to sit on the herbs and infuse into the water. So you would put your tea bag right into your mug or your glass, pour your water on it, and let it steep. Now, if you want to add some kind of flavor to it, you absolutely can. I use sugar. Some people use agave nectar. Some people use honey. Whatever your taste buds are for, or if you just want to drink it straight, you absolutely can. So what's the recipe, you say? So I would say 3 tablespoons of the hibiscus petals with 1 to 2 cups of water. If you want it a little bit stronger, you do less water, the 1 cup. If you want it a little less sour, you can do the 2 cups of water for it. And now once this has completely, oh, I know why. I turned it off. So I'm like, why isn't it boiling or anything? None of you told me a thing. And so what this is doing is it's still infusing those herbs down there. And when I go to turn it, this is going to get to a much darker color. So let's go ahead and turn it and let that infuse right into the tea. So there's 3 ways that you can do it, but the main way is to make sure that your herbs are immersed in the water. And the hibiscus petals are a great way for you to try out if you like herbal tea. Now, I will tell you it is a sour taste in and of itself. If you just do it by itself, you're going to need something to sweeten it up unless you just love sour. But hibiscus has several benefits. And really, with any herb that you're trying, remember the number 1 thing is to look at, do you have any pre-existing medical conditions or anything like that before you just start saying, I'm going to get this herb and that herb. But hibiscus petals in particular, if you've tried, okay, now it's on. If you've tried any kind of herbal tea, like a chamomile tea or a calendula tea or a lavender tea, definitely give hibiscus a try. Additionally, not only can you use the hibiscus for tea, of course we're going to turn to skincare. You can use it as the water substitution for your lye solution. You can use it as the water substitution for your lotions so that you actually have the benefits of the infused hibiscus in your skincare products. So, what's the best part of this? Well, the best part is you get to drink it. So when I go to drink it, I make sure I take this lid off here. You have a travel mug on the go. Like I said, I'm going to add just a little bit of sugar. You're like, why is your bag of sugar so big, Zakia? Well, it's so big because I make sugar scrubs with this sugar. So I'm just going to do a couple of these here. And remember, for this one, we added the dried orange peels to it as well. Yeah, I'll do a little bit more. 1 more for good measure. And then we stir it up. You got to do the ting, ting, ting. That's the best part. All right. And then you enjoy your herbal tea. Yep, that's the perfect ratio for sugar. I'm going to have to look back at the replay to figure out how many little teaspoons I did. But I think it was maybe about 3, give or take. A pinch here, a pinch there. But really, sweeten it to your liking or drink it straight as is. The benefit of, that's a good blend. I think the orange did it for me. The orange slices with those hibiscus petals. When you are enjoying your tea, it's great to do it with friends, or if you even need to unwind at the end of the day. It's kind of calming, kind of soothing, another method of self-care. You also, I know it's DIY season. you may want to start making your own herbal tea and give them as gifts. Nothing says love like handcrafted for sure. All right, so this is now almost boiling because I didn't actually have it turned on. But what we can do with this, same thing, is just simply pour it into our cups here. I'm going to leave that on for a little longer. You can serve as is, or you can go ahead and add your sweetener to it. But hopefully this gave you just a few ideas, and I want you to see the difference in those colors. You see that? That one is a much, much darker, rich color, and this is a much lighter because it hasn't steeped as long and it wasn't as concentrated. This is what we concentrated that in. So you get to decide how much of the hibiscus petals you want to add, how much water, and then of course how much sweetener. The most important part is whenever you are infusing, remember to leave the lid on it while those herbs are infusing in there. That'll ensure that all of those essential components of the herbs make it into your drink. You can also use these not only for a tea, but consider using it as a substitution for your water portion of your skincare products, whether that be soap, whether that be lotions, whether that be shampoos, any of those things, right? Research the qualities of the herbs. Get yourself some hibiscus petals, and I'm going to do a little bit more research on the hibiscus powder. I'm wondering if this could serve as either decoration for the soap or as a exfoliant in our skincare products. But of course, they're edible. So I'm Zakia. Thank you all for joining. It looks like we got quite a few of you on live. This is going to be a short week. It is a holiday here in the United States, so we won't be back on Thursday, but we are looking forward to seeing what you have created. And do let us know in the chat if you try or already have tried hibiscus tea. If you have other things that you absolutely positively love about adding into your hibiscus tea, let us know. And then, of course, as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and follow wherever you are to our hashtag Baraka Clan, whether you're in Australia, the Philippines, Canada, Ghana, United States. We absolutely love having you as a part of the community. And Soap Nation, always good to see you. I'm Zakia Ringgold of Live Soap School, telling you to drink your herbs and enjoy it. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.